Welcome back to the channel, and today's video, it's a little bit of a chit chat in the car park type session. We're going to be going over the week 1 of the Marsh Series and talking about the players. They're definitely in contention for my side and other teams as well. Blokes whose ownership has increased dramatically. So no further ado, we get stuck straight into it, and we'll start off with none other than St Kilda versus Hawthorn. So the first bloke I want to talk about here is Max King. Now, King scored 46 from 82% time on ground. In my opinion, King is a bench option. He's one of those blokes he's going to score. He only kick one goal, for example, on the day. He's going to score about 30 to 40 on an average day, and every now and again, every month or so, he'll come out, kick 5 goals, get the Rising Star nominee, and score 100. So for me, he's a bit of a cash gen. He's definitely going to play. He's got incredible job security, and I should expect him to play all 22 games. But in terms of a field option, I've actually got Stephen Hill at that F6 position. So yeah, Max King at M7 or 8 for me. So another bloke is Rowan Marshall, who scored 117 with Ryder in the side. I'm not getting sucked into this one. I've got Rob in my team as it lays. Now, the one thing we need to sort of consider with Marshall is he's overpriced. He's 596k. You may as well pay up for Gawn or even Goldstein, for that matter of fact. If you're going to spend that much money, try wheel one of those blokes in. Let's be honest. I wouldn't pick Rowan at all. His ownership did increase, and I'd steer clear for that one. A bit of advice, but if you really think the pick can work and you like it, I don't see any harm in that selection whatsoever. If your gut feel goes for it. So we've got Titch. Tom Mitchell scored 89 or 61% time on ground. His leg was on ice in the third quarter. I'm not picking him, not for that price. You've got to be out of your mind. He's going to get managed for 630k. There are other options: McRae, Cripps, Kelly, Neal, Bont, Dunkley, Dangerfield, Oliver. Who are you going to go with? I mean, you're not going to pick the player who's at most risk to get managed and who's just coming off such a long-term injury. So we don't know how Mitchell's going to go when he comes back. He's unproven. Definitely capable. His ceiling's really high, but at this stage, I'm not sure if I'll go with him. He's been looking really good at training, and he did move pretty well in a club practice match. But in terms of round 1 selection, there's just no chance, unfortunately, for Titch. So John Segler is another guy I want to talk about. He scored 50 and he had the most hit-outs of the game, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't mind that selection whatsoever. For that F4 position, he could work, but look, for that price, I'm picking Petrarca, Dawson, even Greenwood. So, there's no chance that he's going to come out and score well every week. And that 50, if he's winning the most hit-outs in a game and only scoring 50, what's he going to score in an average game? So to me, that's a big question mark. On to the next game, Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. The man, the myth, Bonampally. What an absolute gun. I had this bloke in my side a couple of weeks ago now. I think I got rid of him for Oliver just for a bit of cash gen, but he's back in my team as I talk now. I think he's a must-have. He and Cripps are going to be on the train for that Brownlow. And Bonampally, for me, really stands out as a pick. 195 points. And he didn't even break sweat. So, I'm picking him. I really like this selection. 620k, safe as houses, extremely durable. And I think it's the year of the Bont man. So, pretty on board with that one. And in the same game, I'm going to talk about Aiden Bonner, who scored 71 from 60% time on ground. He's in my team at the moment. I saw him in a lot of stoppages. Seems to be getting a little bit of a run in the guts. I'm not sure how that's affected when Higgins and Siebel comes back. So that could be a question mark. But I definitely think he's going to get his run. If he can score 70 from 60% time on ground, that's pretty nice. You take that for a rookie. He's 202k. I don't really see much harm in starting him at the moment, just considering how bad the rookies actually are. I said just previously that I've got Stephen Hill at F6, so that's just a result of how shocking it's going to be for rookies. We've got Georgianis and King on the bench who are going to be very, very hot and cold. And yeah, no confidence starting either of them. So I don't mind Aiden Bonner for that price. I think we can go with him. Christian Petrarca is the next guy I'm going to talk about. In the Melbourne-Adelaide clash, if you want more information about him, check out my player profile. I uploaded it over the weekend on him. Hyped him up big time. Long story short, he's in my side. And he 188 points. Where did he pull that one from? We say it every single year. Biggest tease man of the preseason. But I think this is the year. We're probably going to be looking back at this video this time next year thinking, Christian Petrarca burnt us, but he's playing mid-time. I hope not. I think he's going to get a good run. I've been watching the 2 Marsh Series on the Melbourne YouTube channel. He looks really good. He's ripped as hell. I just got this gut feel about Petrarca. He's at a reasonable price, and I think he's just about that bloke who's going to break out. So, yeah, don't mind this at all. Just ignore me. I'm sweating bullets a bit here in my car. It's about 30 degrees up here. Maybe 40 inside this car. So, yeah. Apologies if I'm dripping a bit on the forehead. So, Clayton Oliver, he was really solid. Scored 136. Unfortunately, I can't fit him in because of the Bonampally factor, as I previously discussed. I'd much rather pick Bonampally than Clayton Oliver and pay up a 20 or 30k for him. So yeah, that's my take on Oliver. Great selection though. Copped a hit in the face from Crouch. I think Crouch is in trouble for that one, but he just got up. A few seconds and he was up again. And yeah, he's tough as nails. And yeah, if you're going to pick Oliver, I think it's a great selection. Honestly, it's a cash cow, a lot of gen. He's going to be a top 8 defender, if not top 6. So, yeah, definitely good with the Oliver pick. But unfortunately, doesn't fit my structure. And all the blokes in my midfield at the moment, they don't look like they're moving anytime soon at all. So, yeah, nothing wrong with Oliver. Now, this one's an interesting one. I'm pretty sure I had him in my first team. I can't remember. It was a long time ago now. But Wayne Malira scored 103. He's a very good price. If you want to go with him, I can't see much harm in it. I'm not. And the reason for that is he's injury prone. I'm playing pretty safe this year. I don't want to do many sideways trades at all. So, yeah, with Wayne Malira, I can't see why you shouldn't pick him. But I think it's a gut feel for me. I'm not doing it. So, got an Adelaide rookie I want to discuss, and that's Miles Polkey. I'm pretty sure it is. Scored 63. He had 20 touches. He botched it a lot. He's a bit expensive, 221k. I've seen him in a few teams. Played really well. Looks like he's going to get his opportunities. His chances a little bit like Chase Jones as well, who I won't discuss because he wasn't very good at all. We're not considering him. So, yeah, I don't mind it, Polkey. We are struggling in the forward line for rookies, but I'd rather Bonner for that spot as it is. But, yeah, definitely consider him if you must. I'll touch on Rob, who was very solid, 95. Look, I'm still picking him regardless. He just did what he had to do. He didn't go bananas. He didn't play bad at all. He was playing on Jackson and Wiedemann. And, yeah, look, they were getting absolutely smashed in the clearances. So, yeah, his hit-outs to advantage probably weren't that ideal. Yeah, Rob O'Brien, I don't see the harm in picking him at all. He's the bloke I'll probably roll with for many reasons. I can go downgrade for Jacobs instead of starting Rob if I want to. Just got to see how he goes. But I'm very scared of that one backfiring. At least if Rob backfires, it's not all doom and gloom. He's 500k, and we can recover from that one. So, yeah. Ideally, I'm going to try and turn Rob into Gorn in the long run. Hence why I'm picking all these safe options so I don't have to do many sideways trades. So that's all my thinking at the moment. So we'll go on to Gold Coast v Geelong. How good were Gold Coast? Honestly, they turned it on. No one would have saw it. I mean, so we got Hugh Greenwood to start off with, who scored 109 points in a winning side, which is spectacular in some ways. But in other ways, it's not very good. So if he's going to score, we'll round it off to 110. If he's going to score 110 in a winning Gold Coast team where they absolutely poleaxe the Cats, what's he going to score in a down game where they play the Brisbane Lions or something like that? They play Collingwood, and then Chalor and Neal are just belting him in the clearances. Grundy and Martin are winning the ruck or something like that. it's not ideal what he could average. And he's 467k, I'm pretty sure. If he is, I don't know how I know that off by heart, but yeah, I don't know about Greenwood at this stage. I've got Dawson and Petrarca in that sort of bracket. It could change. I don't mind the Hugh Greenwood pick. He did surprise me, and let's hope he can keep this up. And let's hope the Gold Coast Suns can have a much more, let's say, respectable year. So yeah, if you got Hugh Greenwood in your side, yeah, well done. I don't mind this at all. But yeah, unfortunately, I haven't seemed to be able to fit him in my team as of yet. So the next man here is Matthew Rowell. He's a lock and load. He scored 100 points, which is fantastic. 3 out of 4 of his possessions were contested. So he had 15 contested possessions out of 20, which is just spectacular. It doesn't make sense for a bloke this young to come in. So obviously we're all comparing Rowell to Welsh in many ways, but I think Rowell is going to be a better SuperCoach player, ideally because he's more contested. It's where all the points come from. But on the other side of the spectrum, he butchers it a little bit more than Welsh does. So I reckon they'll average around the same. I think Rowell at best, at the absolute best, could probably score 90. I know that's a big ask, but I don't see him scoring or averaging any less than 75. So yeah, big thumbs up to Matty Rowell. I've been hot on him ever since the draft, and I think that's going to stay and remain for that opinion. So yeah, thumbs up to Matty Rowell. Very interesting one, another rookie, Connor Buderick. He was very good to watch. 74 for 80% time on ground. He got his opportunities. He's cheap as a chisel, 106k. And he's got the DPP swing in the forward and midfield. Start him wherever you want. I think you could even put him on field at this stage. It sounds crazy, I know. His score wasn't terrific, but in my opinion, he should have scored a lot more than he did. He did a lot of like little clever tap-ons, like second efforts that wouldn't register on the score list. So I don't mind this at all. Buderick, rookies are starved for, so he's currently my F8 as I speak, and I might even field him and put Hill in the back line. But we're just going to have to wait and see on that one. Big thumbs up to Buderick though. He's going to be an absolute champion, let's hope. And on to the last game, the Brisbane Lions and Port Adelaide. Well, let's just say I've got Neil. Long story short, I've got Lachie Neale on my side. He scored 168. He had 47 disposals, 27 contested, and yeah, 11 clearances as well to go along with it. That's incredible. He did butcher it a bit, 62% disposal. Nonetheless, I'm picking him. So what I did was, I had Callie there. I've got all 3 of the Dogs midfielders. So my logic in this is get rid of Callie and have Neale. I think Neale's a little bit more durable and safer, and it also works out well for my buyers. So I'm pretty happy with the Neale selection at the moment. He's the next king of SuperCoach, and yeah, he's in for a massive year. He's got a super easy draw. I'll go over that when I do my team reveal just before round 1, but he's got a very, very nice draw in the first 4 or 5 weeks. So yeah, Lachie Neale, lock him in my team anyway. So yeah, I'm happy with that pick. Brandon Starcevic, he scored 40 points in the second half, only 40% of time on ground. He was very nice. He didn't get recognised a whole lot. I know the bloke's having a massive pre-season and he's looking extremely well. His efficiency was nice. He was 88%, so I'm pretty sure statistically he would have butchered only 1 or 2 kicks. Maybe 1, I'm not sure, but he looks really nice, and I think I'll probably start him at this stage. It's early, I know, but you know, the rookie's a bit hard this year, and you know, defence rookies are usually pretty good. So yeah, I'm definitely contemplating paying up 147k for him. So yeah, no harm in that selection, I don't think. And the last man I'm going to talk about, he should be a lock and load in everybody's teams at the moment. Dan Houston, he scored 96 points, and he had 24 centre bounce attendances, if you don't mind. He was definitely Port Adelaide's #1 mid, didn't go bananas. He only had the 71% time on ground, played a lot of mid time as well, and I just love this for a selection. Port Adelaide, they're not mucking around. Ken Hinkley's not mucking around. They're not lying. They love to play their rookies. We love them for that. And yeah, they won't mess around about chucking Houston in the guts. He's going to play there predominantly all year. If you follow the Pear's YouTube channel, he's a Port Adelaide YouTuber. He's very good, knows a lot about Port Adelaide. I check him out, and he reckons Dan Houston are going to be Port Adelaide's #1 midfielder. So that was more than enough for me to select him in my team. So yeah, I'm overall wrapped with this pick, and believe it or not, he's actually my D1 as I speak. My team's a little bit different. I'm definitely a sucker for the Marsh Series and the JLT, but that's another story. But on that note, that's just about all I've got for this video. There are other blokes, but I haven't gone through them because they're just guys that I just wouldn't pick initially. I'm just going over the blokes that I'm definitely considering in my own opinion. So yeah, be sure to let me know who you guys think stood out in the Marsh Series. And yeah, I'll comment and give you back my sort of feedback on that. But for now, in this video,